Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. You know, a subscriber yesterday asked me during a live stream of what I thought of the FICO writers, and I told her that I think they're doing a decent job, right? Because I know that with these soap operas, throughout the week, sometimes they give you a quote unquote very slow burn, which I hate, and I think it's to the detriment of the show because this is something that James always sits there and talks about is that the networks do not give an F about your shows. And I always feel that each episode should sit there and knock it out the park. Okay, we have four soap operas, only three of them are still on the air. All right, so going into today's episode, it felt like yesterday's episode. Like these episodes, I mean, obviously they're going to feel different because they have different writers, but there are scenes within this episode that just goes nowhere. They go nowhere. They go absolutely nowhere. The scene with Maxie and Carly doesn't really go anywhere. It almost seems as though because Maxie wanted to get away from the office, so she placed an orders at Kelly's. But Carly's like, you usually go to the Metro Court to sit there and order your food. So like, I don't. What's the problem? I don't understand. Now, it almost seems as though Maxie was trying to, I don't want to sit there and say negotiate a truce, but Carly was sitting there was like, why are you really here? Like, and Maxie was talking about Nina and how, I understand that you don't like Nina and Nina's done this to you, Nina's done that to you. It almost seemed like she was trying to broker some sort of like understanding or something along those lines. And I'm just like, why? Like the scene makes no sense because it's not like Carly and Maxie hang out on a regular, where it's like she would have some sort of conflict of interest, where it's like she's with Nina and everything like that, but she also likes Carly. So it was like I don't understand that befuddled moment that Maxie was there having with um with Carly, and the scene didn't really seem like it went anywhere except for it to prop up Carly. As far as Carly Smith is saying that she doesn't need anyone to, get back everything that she owned, everything that was hers and stuff like that. But then I also sit there and I look at it, I'm like, I understand that Carly has this attitude of, I don't need no help. I can sit there and do it all by myself. I'll give back everything that, whatever. But I'm like, all the stuff that you had was stuff that you got from other people, though. From Jackson and Sonny. So I don't understand this whole walking tall attitude to some extent. The same with Sonny and Carly also went nowhere because Carly doesn't know anything more about what's going on with Ava and Avery and the nanny and Sonny and stuff like that because he just shut that down. And the only thing that he seemed to the only thing that only got accomplished in this scene was that she got more coffee. That was it. Everything else seemed like it just went nowhere. And yeah, I saw the bit of tears and in her eyes and stuff like that. But is this like a hint at them getting back together, or like it it's like that's exactly what I said. It's like the scene doesn't. It's like it really doesn't go anywhere. Cyrus, Cyrus, who just now out of nowhere found religion, is calling Marty up to saying that he wants to give up all his money. He wants to give away all his money. He wants to give away money to people that just got out of jail, to kind of help them get back on the right path. Okay, it's not. It's a pretty um thoughtful idea, and he does sit there and say that jail does not um rehab people, which is 100% true. You know, jail is most people try not to do crimes because they don't like the fear of going back to jail. But the problem is sometimes their addiction, their stuff that they didn't work out, that they didn't get rehab for, will eventually override that fear. So when he was into saying that jail does not rehab people, he's 100% right. Other than that, the scene just went absolutely nowhere. He just started doing his usual Bible quotes and talking about how Laura, brought him back and her aura and all this other nonsense. Speaking of Laura, I don't understand how she actually says that she can care for someone who shot her damn son out of a window in his own home. How do you sit there and reconcile that? Like, I get because their family is connected that at the very least it's like, all right, let's just sit there and just get along. Like we don't have to sit there and be buddies and stuff like that, but they do share Charlotte and stuff like that. So for the family's sake, I understand getting along. And yeah, Valentine's helped Laura out and things of that nature. I don't understand how you can just sit there and say that. Like it literally makes no sense to me. I don't get it. As a mother, I do not understand that. That she could just put that aside. Other than that, Valentine's going back to Port Charles for Anna and probably to look out over Spencer, which he's going to be overjoyed about. Um, at least Kevin will be happy about that. I know Kevin's saying he's not holding any grudges, but I'm like, that dude shot you. I think it would be normal if we didn't actually have any sort of huge resentment. Be like, bro, listen, where we going? We don't need you, so you can kick rocks. I know he's trying to be cordial for his wife, but sometimes it's just a good idea to be real. Now the scene with Olivia and Ned was probably also didn't say maybe the best part of this whole episode. Olivia's sitting there telling Ned that he's too old to be, getting hangovers and things of that nature, and being like, grandpas don't hang out at dive bars and stuff like that. And of course, Ned coming back with, I wouldn't sit there and marry somebody who's an uptight shrew and a nag and stuff like that. Which, let's be honest, she is a nag. And he's all like, well, I don't understand how I can even sit there and be married to somebody like her. I'm just like, well, she is hot. I mean, the nagging and the shrewdness aside, and she knows how to cook. So I can understand that. Anyway, Leo was able to sit there and talk some sense into him. I do feel that because you know how long these people tend to draw out these stories. But I do feel that eventually Olivia is going to start to fall in love with even this version of Ned. I really do. I feel like that's going to wind up happening. And maybe when it does happen, he'll get his memories back. And he'll be the old Ned. And that'd be pretty interesting. All the stuff that she normally wouldn't love about somebody like him, she wound up loving him, and then have to, then getting back his her old Ned, and being like, a conflict, an internal conflict. I think that'd be pretty interesting. Tracy gives no f's about friendship. Listen, after what Sasha did, deception ain't looking good. Okay, it ain't looking good at all. And apparently, one second, the only thing that's actually keeping that company afloat is the damn Decepticon. I mean, the Deceptor. That's the only thing that's not there keeping it afloat. And of course, Tracy wants more info on it. And while Brooklyn's like, listen, you can't do that. Like, that's literally our backbone. It's going to hurt my friends. Tracy's like, yo, that's poor people's problems. Okay? I'm talking about rich people's fathers right now. So you gotta sit there and give me that information. You gotta sit there and do it now. Now the thing that I'm sitting there thinking is, why hasn't Brooklyn just told the whole truth? I know that Chase said, tell me stuff that you need me to know, but I feel like this is on one of those things where he should probably know, especially if she's sitting there committing corporate espionage. I feel like that's something that he should know, and at the very least, it would take the power away from Tracy. Now, of course, they're not going to do that because that would mess up the plot. And there's a quote that you sit there and say, "Plot over logic and common sense." Worked for a lot of different TV shows, and they have to just get that damn plot going. And this show is not any different. Oh, also, Sonny was being questioned by Chase as well as Austin about Gordon. And particularly with Sonny, it just felt so. I don't want to sit there and say it was unnecessary because I know he was doing his job, but like he was asking like the most basic of basic questions. Does Dex work for you? Why was Dex in the alley? What was he sitting there doing at GH? First of all, why don't you ask Dex those questions about what he was doing at GH? Why are you asking him for? Also, you know that he works for him, right? You know that. Didn't really go anywhere. He didn't get any answers, and he looked like he was kind of annoyed. And I'm just like, yeah, Chase don't feel so bad. I mean, every other cop in Port Charles had to sit there and deal with Sonny, and Sonny pretty much kind of gave them the same answer that he's giving you. So, yeah. Like I said, Maxie was there. She didn't really do too much of anything. Austin was sent there talking to Cyrus. That didn't really go anywhere. And I will sit there and say, I wish they would have gotten more into that conversation, Brooklyn and Maxie, as far as dating the cop. Well, they talked about it for a little bit, but then it's just like it got swiftly changed, and I think Tracy came in, where her usual shenanigans. But just in general, it's like I wish they would have probably talked more about it. You know, I feel like that's pretty much about it. All in all, it was an okay episode. It wasn't super great, to be honest. And the sad thing is that, I mean, Grant, I always sit there and say that I feel like every episode should be a banger. It shouldn't be this slow burn episode where it's like nothing happens and nothing goes nowhere and things of that nature. I would sit there and say that if you didn't watch it, you're not really missing much of anything. You're really not. Like you're not missing anything. This is one of those things you can sit there and get any recap from me, Brock, um, Lanikia, or whoever else is sitting there doing a review. So anyway, if I missed anything, you know what to do. Come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows, B&B, YNR, Days, and GH, of course. And with that being said, I'm going to go. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.